Ladies and gentlemen, the FIA, aka Fun is Abolished, is the organization that controls a huge chunk of motorsport. They set the rules, hand out penalties, and make sure everything runs fairly, even though, let's be real, fair play isn't exactly their strong point. And lately, they've been doing a pretty bad, actually horrible job, so let's get into it. By the way, this video is heavily inspired by Rick's F1 addiction, go check him out. Alright, so what even is the FIA? It stands for Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile. Yep, 3 years at school, it was painful, which is just a fancy way of saying that they're in charge of most major racing series, F1, F2, F3, Formula E, WEC, WRC, you get the idea, right? But not everything. IndyCar, NASCAR, MotoGP, those have their own bosses, and honestly, they do a better job because the FIA cannot manage for shit. But the FIA is not alone. There's some stuff under the FIA that actually manage the races. More like make dumb fuck decisions in a race, which is the racetrack. He's basically the referee. He calls red flags, safety cars, and should keep things smooth. Then we've got the stewards, who are the ones who hand out penalties. You know that 5-second penalty for sneezing? Yep, that's them. Then we've got the technical delegates. They check if the cars are legal, and then the FIA appeals court. If a team is pissed about a penalty, they come here and try to talk to them or some shit, and spoiler alert, it never changes anything. Sounds organized, right? Yeah, no. The best way to explain why is the 2024 Qatar Grand Prix. So, Alex Albon's mirror falls off, the FIA sees it, but do they throw a yellow flag? Nope, they let it chill there. So Bottas runs over it, turning into a million little pieces, and those tiny shits cause Hamilton and Sainz to get punctures on the same lap. And only after this whole shit show, the FIA goes, maybe we should clean this up. Like, hello? A whole mirror is on the track, even a 3-year-old would have called a flag? Like, you have to be blind to not see it. And that's just one example, guys. They've ruined so many races that if I listed them all, this video would be longer than a fucking Sauber pit stop. But that's just one of the problems, because then we have the rules. Some are great, like the halo, which has saved many lives, like Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, and other drivers as well. But other rules, pure, senseless, nonsense bullshit, guys. Like the jewelry ban, for example. Why? How does a necklace or a nose stud make a driver unsafe? And it felt like it was just aimed straight at Lewis Hamilton only. Like, just let the guy wear his jewelry. But Hamilton also wasn't having it, because in 2022, when the FIA started crying about his jewelry and shit, he even showed up to a press conference wearing 3 watches, 8 rings, 4 necklaces, and multiple earrings. Absolute GOAT move. At first, he got a medical pass because removing the nose stud could cause infections, but by Singapore, the FIA fined him 25k euros, and most fans thought the rule was pointless and unfair. And look, I get it. Drivers shouldn't be covered in 1,000 pieces of jewelry like they're about to hit the Met Gala, but banning it completely? That's just dumb. If a driver wants to wear a chain or a small stud, why should the FIA even care? And maybe, just maybe, instead of crying over a 10cm necklace, the FIA should focus on real issues, like fixing their disaster class stewarding, horrible track limits. Oh, you're 1mm over the track limits, boom, penalty. Or I don't know, making sure a literal mirror isn't lying on a track for 5 laps, you know, just saying. Then the third of many problems is not actually a rule or something, but a Homo sapiens sapien, aka human. Actually a dumbass, and it's none other than MBS, Mohammed Ben Sulayem, also known as My Brain Sucks. And the big problem with this guy is his dictatorship. Yeah, he's the guy in charge of the FIA, and he introduces some really stupid rules, and he's been into many controversies, but this video would be longer than Donald Trump and Zelensky's debate if I listed them all. So, oh, and also, did you see the F1 75 event? No? Basically, it was this event where teams revealed their liveries and shit, and this F1 journalist mentioned the FIA, and just listen.
FIA has been instrumental in their efforts over the last 75 years to...
Yep, Those are boos by the fans. Now, how bad do you need to be that you're not even a driver or a team and you get booed? Because listen, getting booed as a team or a driver is normal, alright? That happens in every single sport. And there are drivers who get hated and some not. But an organization that literally gives penalties and sets the rules, what the fuck? I think the main reason behind all these morally correct boos was actually a rule, the swear rule. Oh my god, this rule literally ruined their reputation. After introducing this rule, they went from bullshit to extra bullshit. And this rule is so ridiculous that at the F175 event, Gordon Ramsay said this.
And it's a serious subject. I want to talk to you about the F1 swearing ban. How important do you think it is as role models not to turn the airwaves blue with coarse language? Be very careful how you answer this because you're on the headmaster's table.
Come on, Jack, you're going to get me into trouble. Listen, I think it's a industry language, the fact that these athletes are pushed themselves to the extreme. So sometimes if it comes out, let them be real. Let it go. Come on.
Dude, even celebrities are against this swear ban, but we can't say that they're totally bad because they actually have an intention to bring V10s, which would make the sport so much better. Because you should take a listen to this and the garbage engines that today we have. Yeah, big difference. Alright, so don't get me wrong, the FIA has introduced some great rules and has done great managing at some races, but honestly for me, the only good things the FIA has introduced is the halo, thanks to which many drivers are still alive, thank god.
Oh, thank god.
Then the VSC virtual safety car, which was great because it slowed down the race while minimizing race disruption, because there isn't a big ass Mercedes or Aston Martin safety car on the track, vroom vroom vroom, and mandatory crash testing the cars for safety. And then, I don't know, maybe I'm a dumbass or something.
I am stupid. I am stupid.
But for me, these were the only big good things the FIA did. And if someone knows any other big rules that the FIA introduced and were actually useful, like not me, comment them down, and please don't kill me like in the Lawson vs Sonoda video. Anyways, that's it for today. Subscribe, like the video, and yeah, see ya.